everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's Sunday morning. Oh my God, it's too early for this. Yeah, too early for the music, right? Good morning, everybody. Yes. First of all, I'm feeling much better. Yesterday, I was having dizzy spells the last 2 days, but I'm fine. After I took my nap yesterday, I was perfectly fine. Dawn, how are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. If you're watching me on the good stuff, the good meds, you might want to have to do hashtag replay. If you're watching on the replay, guys, let me know you stopped by. Leave me a comment. Good morning, glitter angels. It is nice to see you. You used to always be first, and today you're first again. Welcome. Silver Stitches, how is the UK? Good evening. It's not morning over there. Well, is it even? Yeah, it's afternoon. Okay, I decided to stop and do the math. Hi, Sarah. Mickey's here. Mwah, mwah. Hello, Mickey. I hope you're feeling better. Better. Anyway, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Anyhow, today, a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff happened last week. Good God. Um, yeah. And I am going to be doing a giveaway today at the end of the show, so you don't want to miss that. Stick around. There's the hashtag that you have to put in. You can put it in anytime, but you need to be here if you want to win. Okay, because it's going to be people that are in the chat. Tia, good morning. Tammy, hello. So, I am a hooker today. I'm a hooker. Oh my God. I was walking down the street today, walking the dog, and this handsome older man walked by, and I thought, oh God, he's going to see my shirt. He's going to think I'm for sale. He just laughed. Nice and sunny this afternoon and warm. Hope the weather holds out the next week and week after I am going on holiday. Okay. Silver Stitches, that's cool. She told me what her name was, and now I don't remember. It's terrible. I'm really terrible. I'm just going to call you Silver. Anyway, so I wanted to start off talking about Michelle Traconis. So you're going to have to indulge me for a little bit here. For those of you watching in the replay, I didn't want to do a whole complete video because I kind of dropped the ball on this case. I never did kind of complete coverage of it because it was lasting so long. Oh my God. Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. I should have known it was Lizzie. Okay. Sorry. So she was up for sentencing the other day. Now I have to find my notes because I was taking notes on the other case, the David Swift case. This has been a crazy weekend. I have not had any time off. I've been just watching videos. Okay, so Michelle Traconis was charged with conspiracy to commit the murder of Jennifer Dulos, who was married to, what was his name? Oh my God. Fotis. How do you forget that name? Fotis Dulos. He was also charged with her murder, Jennifer's murder, but he committed suicide before they could try him. Hey, Joanna, good morning. I'm the hooker today. Anyway, and she was charged with conspiracy to commit murder. So they went ahead and tried her. She also had charges of like tampering with evidence because, as you recall, the morning that Jennifer disappeared, because he killed her in her garage, and her body has never been found, by the way. That evening, she and Fotis, who was her boyfriend, were driving around and dropping garbage everywhere, which included bloody shirts and zip ties and all kinds of. So she was convicted. So her sentencing was it yesterday? The day before yesterday? I don't even know what day it was. Thursday. I think it was Thursday or Friday. I've lost track of the days. Hi, Jen. Welcome. So at the sentencing, they give victim impact statements, and the prosecution does their victim impact statements, and then the defense has a right to put on statements that they want. So Jennifer left 5 kids. She was murdered, 5 kids, and then Fotis commits suicide. So these kids are parentless, and the oldest are now 18 years old, but they still did not show any of them on camera. And the oldest spoke. His name is Petros. I just want to show you this clip of him speaking real quick. I'm going to add it in here. And hold on. Hold on. I got to add the screen. It's only about a minute long, so take a listen to what he had to say.
Actions, many that I'm still figuring out each and every day. I've been left with a hole inside of me that I know I will never be able to fill. Losing my mother tore me from the joyful innocence of my youth and made me confront the horrors of the world at an early age.
Sorry, the interpreter will have to ask the gentleman to speak a little slow.
My mother was everything to me. But during the divorce, I became very bitter with everyone around me, especially Mom, because she was always trying to help me. This meant that I hurt the person closest to me because I didn't know how else to voice my pain. The defendant's actions mean that I will never be able to tell my mom how sorry I am for not being a better son when she needed me. I will never be able to tell Mom how proud of her courage I am, most importantly, how much I love her. This fact haunts me every day. There are feelings and thoughts that I will never be able to express again because my mom was the key to those parts of me. I'm upset that I will never know the man I could have become if my mom was still here to guide me. She was my hero, and now I often feel lost without her comforting smile and her meaningful discussions. I wish I could share my victories with her, but I can't because she is not here anymore. I wish I knew she was in the stands watching me play. I wish I could come home and show her my grades and feel the genuine pride in me that I only got from her. I wish you could sit for hours and discuss everything there is to talk about. I wish she could see me mature from a boy into a young man. I wish I could hug Mom again, but I can't now. Your Honor, I understand that sitting over there is a mother with a child and a family who love her. My mom once had that. We once had that, and she helped destroy it. That woman appeals to our sympathy under the guise of being a mother. She has desecrated the meaning of that word for me. This statement is primarily about my loss, but I also want to highlight my mom's exceptional nature. The number of people who have rallied around us is a testament to the devotion she inspired in those close to her. I want to end with the lesson my mom taught me. Leave everything the same or better than you found it. Michelle Traconis, you did the opposite. And you should be punished. Thank you.
Very sad, very sad. So the judge, oh, I want to make sure I turn that off. Okay, sorry about that. So the judge, prior to her sentencing, I love this judge because he was, I just thought he did his job really, really, really well. So at the sentencing, he talked about inferences that the jury could draw, hi tink tink, from the evidence. And I thought this was really, he had inferences that I never even thought of that the jury could draw. And I wanted you guys to take a listen to what he said about these inferences.
The jury charge, jury instructions, that the court instructed the jury that it may draw any reasonable and logical inferences from the facts found to have been proven. Based on the verdict, the jury could have found the following reasonable and logical inferences. Fotis Dulos was not home at 4 Jefferson Crossing the morning of May 24th when his wife was murdered, but the defendant said he was home. When the defendant admitted that he was not home, the defendant, who had been angry about Dulos's talking to other women, did not even ask him where he had been. The defendant, who was angry that he had visited his wife, did not ask him if he had visited her. In fact, the defendant, as the court remembers the evidence, didn't ask him anything. The jury could draw a reasonable and logical inference that the defendant knew where he was and knew what he was doing. The defendant said she saw Kent Mawhinney and Fotis Dulos together in the office at 4 Jefferson Crossing on the morning of May 24, but the defendant did not see Fotis Dulos and Kent Mawhinney in the office at 4 Jefferson Crossing on the morning of May 24. There was a phone call made to Dulos's phone, which Dulos left intentionally at 4 Jefferson Crossing. The defendant answered it, and the jury could draw a reasonable and logical inference from all of the evidence that the defendant answered the phone to make it appear that Dulos took the call himself on the morning of May 24th at 4 Jefferson Crossing, when he was really on his way to or in New Canaan. When a police officer came to 4 Jefferson Crossing soon after the murder, the defendant did not even go to the door, even though her daughter, who was not home, may have been the subject of that conversation at the door. Now, it has been clear that the defendant cares deeply for her daughter. The jury could draw a reasonable and logical inference that the defendant did not go to the door because the defendant knew the reason the officer was there, to find out more about the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos. These are reasonable and logical inferences from the facts that were adduced in the case during the trial. The defendant traveled through a part of Hartford with Dulos as he dumps the bloody clothing of his wife. The jury could draw a reasonable and logical inference that on the same day, the defendant helped him pretend he was home in the morning, but in the evening accompanied him to get rid of the evidence. The defendant's DNA profile was found on one of the bags disposed of in Hartford. The jury could draw a reasonable and logical inference that the defendant helped dispose of the evidence knowingly. The jury could draw a reasonable and logical inference that the defendant helped Fotis Dulos clean up traces of evidence at 80 Mountain Spring Road because the defendant and Dulos were there together cleaning on the same day that Tacoma traveled to New Canaan. This is a flurry of irregular activity all on the same day. the jury could draw a reasonable and logical inference that the activities of that day were so irregular that the defendant could not possibly forget them in the span of 2 weeks. Even if the jurors individually had doubts about the defendant's guilt, each one of them ultimately concluded that their doubts were not reasonable. This is not a view of the court's view of the evidence. These are logical and reasonable inferences that the jury could have drawn. The court is going to talk.
Now, I didn't play the whole thing. I mean, he talked for a while. He talked about, sentencing and the purpose of sentencing and, retribution and retaliation and all that stuff. She, on her behalf, she had all of her family spoke, her mom, her dad, her sister. She's got lots of sisters. Her daughter, who's now an adult, spoke. And she submitted 63 letters on her behalf about what a great person she is. And I don't doubt that she is, and he said that, she did have a lot to contribute to society, and he took it in as part of her sentence. So she could have been sentenced from anywhere from a minimum of 1 year to 20 years. He sentenced her to 20 years. But after 14 and a half, they can suspend the 20-year sentence, and then she could go on probation for 5 years. So she'll have to serve 14 and a half years for the conspiracy to commit the murder of Jennifer Dulos. So that's my coverage of that trial. Yeah, it was a crazy trial. And I don't know where they never found her body. I don't know what Fotis did with her body, but he took it to his grave when he committed suicide. What a coward. What a coward. So the rest of the week was crazy too. So let me just say hello to everybody that jumped in while I was playing the clips there. Jen. Hi, Jen. I see you. Tink came in. Who else? Oh, Rochelle is here. Hello, Rochelle. Christy's here. Hello. Gail. Hello. Thank you guys for coming this morning. I appreciate it. And my brother is here. Oh, we can start now. So, personally, I got rid of my cable. The cable's gone. And as some of you know that sat with me through, was it just yesterday, the death penalty sentencing verdict? I'm having issues because I chose AT&T, and I knew I was probably going to need an extender, and the guy said, you can just go buy one. So, as evidenced by yesterday, sometimes when I play clips or if I have a video running in the background, I'll have lag, and so I have to buy an extender. But anyway, so if you watch that video and you're wondering what the heck is going on, that's what it was. So anyway, and we're on my sister's dog's last leg, and she is planning to put him down. She has admitted it's time. We just we don't have a vehicle, so we're gonna have to get my son a time when he's off from work and have him do that. And I know she's not looking forward to it, but yeah. Gina, hello. So I don't even remember what day it was. Was it Wednesday or Thursday when there was a verdict in the Chad Daybell case? I think it was it? I don't know what day it was. There was a verdict in the Chad Daybell case. So I'm covering that. And I no sooner get done with that than I start getting texts from Mickey. Oh my God, they've got a verdict in the Trump case. What? On the same day. And it was guilty on 34 counts of whatever he did, that business records, falsifying business records, something like that. But here's what gets me. I don't know if New York is different than all the other states, but in any other state, including Connecticut, when Michelle Traconis, going back to Michelle Traconis, this is just an example. She had been out on bail since 2019 for this conspiracy until the trial in 2024. So when she was convicted is when they incarcerated her. As soon as she was convicted, boom, the cuffs went on, she's gone. Trump, no. Nope. You're out on bail. You stay out on bail pending the sentencing and the what? Any other person, they would have slapped the cuffs on you and you'd have been taken away. But because it's him, he gets to go. It was a storm of verdicts. Yes, it was, Joanna. So I just want to see him in an orange jumpsuit. I don't care if he's incarcerated for 5 minutes. I just want to see him in an orange jumpsuit. I want like a diamond painting of Trump in an orange jumpsuit that matches his hair. You know, it's never going to happen. Old rich white guys just walk. I don't know if this is a New York thing that you let. I swear, if it had been anybody else, they would have slapped those cuffs on and you'd have been sitting in jail until your sentencing. Just like Michelle Traconis. Yes. Now, obviously, she was charged with some more heinous things. And to be fair, Michelle Traconis is not from this country. And her chances of fleeing were probably pretty high. So I probably would have put her in jail too. But I understand that. I made you laugh. Sorry, Tank. Just don't spit your coffee out when you laugh. So we had that. And then right away in Chad Daybell, they go into the sentencing phase, and then they don't put on any testimony. Chad just kind of gave up the ghost. He's like, yeah, no mitigation. What? And so they deliberated yesterday, and then we had that, and it's crazy. But I will be putting up a David Swift video to get you guys caught up on that case. And it is really interesting because there's some swinging going on. So don't listen to it in the presence of your little ones because it's a little salacious. So you're not gonna want to miss that. Carl says, I feel bad for the Secret Service agents that are going to have to guard him while he's in prison. He is not going to prison. Trust me. This guy. Here, I don't even care about that. If you don't want to put him in prison, fine. But why would you let a convict be a president of the United States? What the hell? A felon, a convicted felon is going to be the president of the United States. I just spit on my computer. Okay, I got to get off my soapbox on that one. Tig says, I'm drinking here. It's 5:30 p.m. Oh, yeah, you're over in the UK. And it's sunny. It's not here. It's overcast. So, which case, Tammy? I've talked about like 6 different cases now. So, sorry about that. Which one did I not talk about? Yeah, I think we've covered them all. So, that was the show. Thanks for coming. Oh God, what's Joanna say? I know we deserve this. Do you all know? Do you know all the CVS and Walgreens in New York are closing? The mayor is screwed. What? Why are they closing? Lizzie says, oh, it's sickening. I'm so embarrassed for this country because I can, I don't know what Lizzie and Tink are hearing over in the UK, but I can just imagine in other countries that the US is just like a laughing stock, Oh my God, they're going to elect a convicted felon to be president of the United States. What? Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, the Karen one. Oh, yes, it is. Because, all right, let me just tell you a little bit. David Swift is charged with the murder of his wife, but he wasn't charged for 11 years before they indicted him. 11 years. In the meantime, he's living his life. He gets remarried, and now all of a sudden they've got enough evidence. I haven't heard enough evidence so far. I haven't heard any evidence against him so far. and I'm into the third day now. The most I can glean from what I've heard so far is that he was upset because she was swinging with the neighbors. That's the most I can tell you. Joanna, I'm going to rent a bus that says, "We're leaving the country. Get on." Joanna can join me. Carl says Steve loves Trump. Oh no, are you kidding me? Steve is a guy that we know who's from the UK. So that's what he's talking about. So maybe they like him in other countries. I don't know. Who knows? We need you to design a release paper for crime. Okay, I can do that. I want to get this thing done as a release paper. The logo. Yeah. But not yet. A caravan. Yes, Joanna, because we're all going to need vehicles. I'll be going in my trike if I ever get it to work again. See, I have more parts to install. I have a video conference set up with the technician on Tuesday. He's going to teach me how to replace the motor and something else. I don't know. I'm too old for this stuff. Good Lord. If they want Trump in their country, they're welcome to him. Exactly, Gina. So as you see scrolling down here, I'm going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the live. If you guys want to enter, you just have to type #crazyweek. You can do it anytime during the live. It doesn't matter. A felon can't vote. Why can they be president? Right? They can't. Well, here's what I learned about voting, Christy. It goes by whatever the law is in your state, and he's from Florida. So in Florida, you can regain your right to vote after you have served your sentence. So that's what they'll go by. Oh, Carl's in Crazy Week. There you go. Let me get my painting because I finished it. If you guys want to see, hold on. Here we go. Ooh, doo, doo, there we are. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. It's very faint. These were knitting needles, these two here, and I changed them to crochet hooks. I don't know if you guys can see that up close. Hold on. I changed them to, where is it? Yeah, I changed them to crochet hooks. Anyway, that's the painting. I just knocked over all of the drills, but I haven't kitted down yet. It was all of these that I have to kit down. And then I have to decide if I want to take a diamond painting to the retreat. I'm not sure yet. I haven't gotten another diamond painting out because I've been working on the commission that I'm doing for Joanna and making stuff for giveaways and stuff to take to the retreat as gifts. And, I've just been really busy. I love crocheting, but I think I'm getting an overuse injury. Oh, I need a massage. That's what I need. Can somebody just come give me a massage? Well, thank you for the compliments on the painting. It was a fun one. It had so many beautiful colors in it, and there wasn't that much confetti, so I enjoyed painting that one. So I think the next one, I think I'm just going to work on the Firebird panorama. So that's what I'm going to do. But I need to put that one up somewhere. I'm running out of space. I thought I would take this Paris one down. I don't know if you guys can see let's see. I think I'm going to take the Paris one down. That's been up here for a couple of years. And then I may put the Afghan cat here. I never will take this one down because I love this one. It's so cool. So that's what I think I might do. And of course, I've got my link here with Zelda. Oh, which reminds me, tonight is game night. And I'm going to let you guys decide. We'll do something on the Xbox. Carl, this week, I'm so excited. I love playing Ark Survival. It used to be Evolved. Now it's Survival Ascended because it's for the new Xbox. So I have that, but I've been waiting because Carl's got a different map on and he's going to switch the maps. There's going to be a new map out this week. So I've been waiting for this week. So maybe next week during my live, we'll go on the new map and I'll show you around Ark, the new version of Ark. Because you remember how broken the old one was. Hi, Angel. Welcome. It's nice to meet you. Tomorrow's the new map. I thought it was the 4th, which is Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday, Carl, but I could be wrong. The center. Yeah, I can't wait. But tonight we can play the one that I was playing last week, or I got to figure out what's going on with the sound. I'm going to fix that so that you guys can hear it. Or there's some other ones that I could play. It's up to you. This version is just as broke. No, don't tell me that. No, the one after you left, Carl, it was so broken. Nothing would work. The Christmas stuff, nothing would work. Everything, was just pixelated. It was terrible. It was terrible playing that one. But anyway. I'm trying to figure out what Joanna's saying. Boring is out though, right? What? I don't know. Okay. I don't know what that means. Anyway. So I'm excited because Ark is like my favorite game ever. So what I did since I took the cable box out, I had a little area for the cable box. So I put my old Xbox in there. So now I can play Xbox in the living room. The old games that I have, but not the newer ones. The newer ones I'll have to play it in here. There's my box right there. Anyway, so you guys have questions about what happened last week? I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have about the sentencing. Whatever. If you want to enter the giveaway, there goes. Just type that into the chat at any time. That'll be at the end of the live today. Yes. Do you want to see what I'm giving away? Do you want to see? I'll show you. A market bag. Look. Well, now you can use it for anything you want. This, you know what I would use it for? My yarn projects. In this city, there are railroads everywhere. So I always like to have a project with me when I used to be in the car. I'd always have a crochet project so that if I was stuck at a railroad, and sometimes you're stuck there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you could get out your crochet project and work on it. Yeah. Now I can use this to just walk up to Aldi's and grab a couple of things, some salad and whatever. So anyway, that's what I'm giving away today. Do you think Chad's lack of response is for any appeal? No, I think that's Chad's personality. The most animated I saw him, there was one time, I don't know what they were talking about, where he kind of got a little animated, but for the most part, like you could look at, if I was playing a video and I watched him at his table, you would have thought the video was frozen. Even his attorney didn't move. I'm like, what's going on? Did I freeze? No, that was his expression. And I think if you listen to some of the jailhouse phone calls that he made to Lori, he's like monotone and boring. Yeah, they're out here digging up the backyard for the kids. Yeah. Not like, holy shit, they're digging up the backyard. No. He looks like he took a zombie pill. No, yeah. Exactly, Dawn. She kept thinking it was Frozen too. Yeah, because he just never changed expression during all those gut-wrenching victim impact statements. And if you missed that video, I put it out yesterday morning before they came back with the death penalty recommendation. I wanted to get that out there. So it is out there if you want to hear some of the victim impact statements, just clips, not the whole thing, but if you want to hear some of them. Yeah, about how this has torn the family apart, um, how, now children have been left with no grandparents have been left with no children, and he just never changes his expression. Isn't there a name for that when you don't have there's a name for that when you don't show any. I can't imagine. He used to do public speaking. His speeches must have been so boring. Oh my god. I couldn't sit through if I had to go to a conference and he was one of the speakers, I would skip it. I'd go to the casino if it was in Vegas, but yeah, I'd have to skip it. Because he is boring. I can't believe he couldn't think of anything to say when he had a chance. Not that it would have made sense, but at least take your opportunity. Now that was strategic. That he didn't say anything because he has an appeal. I don't think his emotionless thing has anything to do with an appeal, but the fact that he didn't choose to do an allocution or speak, in other words, speak at his sentencing, is because he wants to maintain his appeal. He doesn't want anything to affect his appeal. Catatonic. I want to say like anasonia, or there's a word for it where you just don't ever show any emotion. Catatonic's a good one. And by the way, hello, Lisa. How are you? I've missed you. You think the guy's name is Jeffrey? What guy? Tammy? Chad's voice sounds like that big cult leader in Utah. Oh, who was that? Jeffrey. Oh, I know who you're talking about. It's the same. And it was a offshoot of the LDS church. I don't know why that church has so many cults that have come out of that LDS church. It's crazy. It's been a rough week. Do we need to chat? Lisa, I think it's time we had a chat. Did you see Crimson last night? Oh, CrimeCon. Yes. Oh my God, the music was. What was with the music at CrimeCon? This hillbilly music. What the? So if you don't know about CrimeCon, it's this big convention they have for all the crime people, all the television crime people, like, all the Dateline people and 48-hour people, and then all the famous podcasters are out there. Not me, obviously, because I'm not famous. So they give out awards every year, and last night they gave this special honor to John Walsh, which I thought was deserved. He's done a lot for the crime community, but they have all these vendors and stuff. I'm like, it's a whole weekend of stuff you can do, and then they have panel discussions, and I would love to have been there. So last night they gave out awards. They gave out award for like the best, television docuseries, and I don't think the Murdaugh murders won anything. That was one of the ones that was nominated, and then a bunch of stuff that I have never heard of. I think Joanna did a video on it this morning. If you want to watch her channel, she may have done a video on it. But at this award ceremony last night, between presenters and stuff, they were playing this ridiculous hillbilly music, and it was so loud. It was horrible. I don't know who put that together, but Ashley Banfield was the host. She spoke. She's a very eloquent speaker. Joanna says it's "Kill You in the Woods" music. John Walsh does look good for his age. He's got to be. I was a young mom. I lived in Hollywood, Florida, when we used to shop at the Sears that his son was last seen in. When his son went missing, Sears is right across from the police station, or it was. It's not there anymore. But yeah, so he had to be then. I'm guessing he's probably in his 70s now. She nearly fell all night. Well, she had on these ridiculous high heels. Yes, exactly, Joanna. She had on these crazy high heels. Then they gave an award for like a People's Choice Award for Best Podcaster. I didn't know any of those people, except Crime Weekly was one of the podcasts that was nominated. And that is with Stephanie Harlow and Derek Levasseur. And I really love them. I love that Crime Weekly show. So they were nominated. They didn't win, but it's a great show. He's 78. Okay. I was right. So 12. Oh, I'm not going to give away my age. Hold on. Stop. We're not going there. I just did. Okay. Yeah. He's older than me. But yeah, I remember that because we were scared to death. Nobody knew who took this kid. I remember that's how I made friends with she ended up being my best friend, Karen. We lived in this little area called Lawn Acres. And one day, because my husband was a cop, so he was a Hollywood cop. And we see these kids riding down the streets on their bicycles. And there was a van following them. So I'm like, honey, there's a van following these kids out there. So he goes out and stops the van. And it was their father because he was afraid and he was watching his kids. So that's how I met their family. And I still follow them to this day. The kids are grown and married. And I think one's a firefighter, one's a police officer. But yeah. What was the David Swift accused of? He's accused of first-degree murder. The prosecution's theory in that case is that she had been out at a party the night before, a Halloween party. It was the weekend of Halloween. So October 29th, she goes out to... I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. She goes to this Halloween party, but she goes to her friends, Kathy and whatever his name is, that she was swinging with. She goes over there to get ready, and she had planned to spend the night at their house. So she gets ready for the party. They all go to the Halloween party, and then several couples come back from the Halloween party to their house. But they stopped at McDonald's to get French fries. But she gets a call from her daughter who was spending the night with a friend that, she's had a fight and she wants to come home. So she leaves and she goes and picks up her daughter, takes her daughter home. She had already filed for divorce from David, but she's still living in the home, but they're in separate bedrooms. They've got 4 kids. And when he wakes up the next morning, she's gone. He doesn't know where she is. They find her car not far away from the house at an intersection off to the side of the road with a flat tire. They've never found her body. Oh no, they did find her body. This is one where they found her body. The autopsy, prosecution's theory is that he took her during the night into the garage and bashed her head in against the concrete. Although there was no evidence found in the garage that I'm aware of, at least that they've. And then he goes on with his life for 11 years. He's not indicted by a grand jury for 11 years. And he goes on, he gets remarried. The kids are all now grown and they're actually sitting behind him in the courtroom. One of the daughters and his sons. His sons are probably in their 30s now, I think, because they were 18 and 16 at the time. And then the daughters were 9 and 6. So they're all adults now. So that's what that case is about. So like all of a sudden they're trying him for murder. So I don't know how they're going to prove this murder. I'm curious. I honestly think this might be one of those cases where you're going to get a not guilty verdict or hung jury. I mean, we'll see. And it's out of Tennessee. So this judge, he's got this Southern drawl and he's like, let me figure this out. Can y'all speak up? I love that accent. Hi, Kathy. Yes, #crazy week if you want to win in the giveaway. type that into the chat at some point during this live today. So that's what the David Swift case is about. So we're waiting for some other trials to begin. The Alec Baldwin case will be starting soon. That's for the movie set of Rust, the accidental shooting of Helena Hutchins that killed her and injured the producer, Joel. I forget what his last name. My brother will know. Joel, what was his last name? Anyway, I started to tell you guys last night, I was watching this documentary. I think it just went up on Netflix. It's about a cult called 7M Management. I'd never heard of this, and this church. This pastor, his name is Robert. He's Korean, I think. And he has this church, and then he has all these businesses, and he has all these people in the church working in his businesses. So oh God, what did Long Suffering says? Trump's going to do time, something about the amount of contempt charges, wishful thinking. Well, he did piss off the judge a lot. Man, if I was that judge, I'd throw the book at him. 4 years. There you go. See you later. Just long enough to get you out of the way. Anyway, so back to this cult thing. So he meets up with these dancers that start coming to his church. And he starts, oh, hey, Danielle. Yes, that 7M documentary was crazy. So these dancers, he forms this company called 7M Management, and he has them putting out all these videos on social media. And I recognize all these people. Some of them have been on So You Think You Can Dance. Some of them know Twitch. They've been on Ellen. They've been on all these shows. I recognized 2 or 3 of them from videos that I've seen of these people dancing because they're really good. But the proceeds wouldn't go to them. They would go to the church. So it was about how these loved ones were trying to get them out of the cult, and some of them are still in this cult. I haven't finished the last episode, so maybe they got them out. I don't know, but you saw that too. Crazy. It was crazy. It's 3 episodes. It's really, really interesting. But for me, because I recognized those dancers, I didn't realize it was a cult and that they were they were getting like commercials and all these deals, and it was all going to this 7M Management, which was going to this guy, Robert. Yeah. And of course there's, sexual allegations and all that stuff, but it's crazy. Yeah. Joanna, you're right. We should start a church. The True Crime Church. I just couldn't. People are so gullible sometimes. I mean, they're looking for something to fill a void in their life. So they go to church, and that's where they find it. And if it makes them feel good, and they just buy everything the pastor's saying, hook, line, and sinker. And Joanna, you'll have to be the pastor, okay? Because I can't preach from the Bible. I can't. I just can't. No, Reverend Joanna, I'll be one of your helpers. I'll just collect the money, okay? Nick says, I missed most of the chat. What a shame. I was cutting out a dress pattern. Hope everyone is well after this wild week. Welcome, Nick. Cutting out a dress pattern. Good for you. Sewing. I'm terrible at sewing. Pray and Crime Weekly. Okay, as long as it's only once a week, Mary. And the tax breaks. Yeah, we could get tax breaks. Mm-hmm. Join what are we going to call it? No accountability. Craft Central. We have to have a name for our church. Pray and Crime Weekly. That's hilarious. My brother made me some really cool 3D stuff. I want to get a 3D printer, but if I do, I know I'll go down this rabbit hole, and no, I'm telling myself, no, I can get him to print whatever I want. I'm not going to do it, but he printed me some cool stuff. I can't wait to show you when I get it. Will you let an atheist into your circle? Honey, yes. If you got a void to fill, we'll fill it. Okay? 1 second. That's why I said I can't preach, because I wouldn't believe anything. I could not read the Bible with any sense of believability. I just couldn't. Um, you said it's mandatory, Joanna. Yes, Carl, but she can be in our church, because most of us are atheists in this church. We just want the tax break, so we're calling it a church. We'll have Bibles spread out. I'll put a Bible in the thumbnail on Sundays, because we're already here Sunday mornings at 11. That's the time everybody goes to church, right? Right. Nick says high five, girl. You guys are bad. All right, this would be a great time. I hear my dog. One of my dogs is barking. This is a great time if you're on a mobile device to close out of the chat and hit the thumbs up button and then come back into chat. If you're on a computer, you don't have to close out anything. You can just hit that thumbs up button. So I shall pray to the holy sewing machine. Mine is a crochet hook. My sister laughed at me because I get more steps walking around this house looking for a specific hook. I don't know how. Most of my hooks I keep in here. I don't know how they get out of this little pouch and they're all over the house, but they are. We just have a big brunch set up overcharge. There you go, Joanna. And if any of you have a talent, we will manage your talent. Yes. Diamond painting talents. We could write all that stuff off. We could write off the yarn because we're doing it in the name of Jesus. I don't know. Carl says if there was a God, he'd be named Sammy Hagar or Dan Marino. Oh my God. Or what's his name? Oh my God, the name just went out of my head. Travis Kelce. How about that one? Yeah, that's a God. Mm-hmm. The God of Travis Kelce. Yes. Yes. I love that guy. He was at the White House the other day with President Biden. Here's my hope for the election. I'm hoping that Biden wins, not because I'm in favor of 80-something-year-old man taking office, but because I think he's going to croak. And then we'll get a good president when the vice president takes over. Kamala Harris. There you go. Hallelujah. Yeah. We need a woman in charge. Tell Israel to knock it off. Give out some yarn and some food, and everybody will be happy. We're digging graves now. We have to stop. I know, Joanna. I'm going to go on Joanna's show, and then we're going to continue this, right? Perfect plan. There you go, Nick. I've never had an election where I didn't like either candidate. Don't like either one of them. It's not that I don't like Biden. I just think he's too old. Like, he shuffles to the microphone now, and oh my God. I could just see me as a president. State of the Union. Well, my back is killing me. Oh, God. Yeah. This will be the third one in the row. Hillary versus Trump was horrible choice. No, I don't. I love Hillary. I really do. I know people don't, but I loved her anyway. Nick says that's been the problem in the UK for a long time. Everyone is a Pratt. Oh, okay. What's a Pratt? I don't know what a Pratt is. Is that a typo, or I don't know what that is? I'm sure you'll explain. We should all write Rebecca on the ballot. All right. Okay. I'm going to keep this State of the Union speech short. Supreme Court, You need to reinstate Roe versus Wade. And I'm going to pick some Democratic ones this time. Yeah. Joanne says, I don't dislike Biden, but have to have that job at that age is brutal. I know, my God. It would kill any because you age so fast when you're in the White House as a president. Like he's like 140 in dog years, So Tammy, sorry, I'm a Christian and believe in the Bible and a higher authority. I'm trying to respect everyone's opinion. Have a good day. Tammy, don't leave. I'm sorry. I apologize. Tammy's gone. We lost her. I knew it was going to leave. I'm stepping in it. Sorry. We all have our beliefs. But there are people that are. Never mind. I gotta leave too. Sorry, Silver, Lizzie. Sorry. I won't touch that anymore. Sorry. Go back to the true crime. I mean, we all have different beliefs. That's it. And sometimes I talk about mine. So I agree, Mary. There should be age limits. Yeah. Nick says I better put a link in for the word because I didn't know what that word meant. Tammy, come back. Oh, I feel bad. Oh, geez. How many subscribers did I just lose? Let me check. Oh, dear. Unless they end up murdering like Chad did. Yeah. I mean, that was just, and I think that's where these cults come in. There's regular people that go to church every Sunday, and that's fine, But when you start believing in this cult stuff, it's just crazy. Then they'll both be disqualified. All right. I feel terrible now. Oh my God, you guys. I'm sorry. Hi, Mama C. I've pissed off all the Christians. They've all left the chat. I'm sorry. What do I know? You don't have to listen to my opinion. Oh, okay. Don't feel terrible. Don't feel bad. Just shows they don't respect others' views. I hope they didn't leave because I'm sorry. I really am. I don't have that many subscribers anyway. So, oh well. Murder in God's name is okay. Being snarky. No, it's not. Mary says, me too, Tammy, and am happy Jesus is with me. Plant a seed and move along. There you go. There you go. Yep. Nick says, it's usually us non-believers who are forced to be okay with views we do not agree with. It happens. I agree. But, I'm just joking around here. I'm trying. The bottom line is, if you're in a cult, people are being hurt or murdered or taken advantage of sexually in the name of Jesus. And it's not right. Okay. Let me just say that. I can't believe anybody wouldn't believe that. Okay. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. I was just reading the chat. So my mouth gets me in trouble once again. Anyway, moving on. Let's do a giveaway, shall we? So I'm going to give this away. It's a little market bag. You know, you can take it to, since they don't give you grocery bags in some of the stores, you can take this in, put a little produce in it, and just make sure you don't leave it in there because then it's going to mess us up. Anyway, it is washable. So there you go. Thank you, Carl. Anyway, put in the chat hashtag crazy week. I'll share that screen with you. Here we go. Hashtag crazy week. So I will give that a few minutes. Lizzie says, you haven't lost me as a subscriber or the chat. You remain silent. I have had to deal with people opposing my beliefs all my life. I'm used to it. My dad did not once believe, and my sister doesn't. Okay. Okay. So, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Unless you took offense to what I said earlier, then that's fine. Mary says, you're good. Don't worry. Can't wreck your day. From what I know, you are kind, loving, and caring. Well, somebody doesn't think so. Anyway. I know you can't make everybody happy. I have to remember that. Nick says, I have to deal with people opposing my non-belief. There you go. We all simply accept each other. Exactly. You know, it's as long as you're not, you know, telling somebody to kill the body after the spirit has been taken out or whatever nonsense that was, you know. No bullying, Jerry. I just pissed off some people and they unsubscribed and whatever. Anyway. So if you want in on the drawing, let me know. I'll give it another minute or two. Mama says I live in the Bible Belt and actually had a woman stop at my house once because God told her to. Okay. Okay. I was a single mom with 2 girls in middle school and a son in pre-K. It freaked me out. Yeah. What did she want? God told her why? That's like that Miracle on 34th Street. You know, Santa Claus told you to stop at the particular house. Okay, I'm going to do the drawing. Hashtag crazy week. Got 10 people. There's 35 people in here. Listen, crochet is not for everybody. I understand. But yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a name. And I'll make this bigger so y'all can see who the winner is. If you win, you have to, unless I have your address, you'll have to send me your address. Yeah, Santa's real. Exactly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw. We got 11 entries. Here we go. Kathy. Kathy, I do not have your address. Oh my God, that is so cute. Her thumbnail is adorable. Her little icon. That is so cute. Let me write that last name down because I'm not familiar with that. If you would send me, if the link, use the link down in the description, you can send your address to me via Instagram or Facebook Messenger, either one. And I'll get that out to you. Congratulations. Cool. All right. So that's the end of that. Of course, Santa's real. Yes. Nick says, I have so many totes. I know. But, you know, I use them. I honestly do. So congratulations, Kathy. Was it Kathy? I wrote, that's why I had to write it down because that's my memory is terrible. Kathy, congratulations, Kathy. Is she here? Are you here, Kathy? I hope she's still here. Anyway, I hope she wasn't one of the ones I drove away. Anyway. Oh my goodness. All right. So game night tonight at 7:30 Central Time. I hope you guys can be there. I will try to figure out my sound issues before I go live tonight. Jerry says, I have lots of totes, but yours is unique. Well, yeah, because this actually helped me. I was trying to get rid of all that leftover yarn. These are different pieces of leftover yarn that I used. So, oh yes, don't forget the Great Escape. Oh my gosh, let me put that here. If you guys want, you know, we've got a few minutes left. If you want me to show off your works in progress, just add a picture to the Facebook group, the Crafting Journey Facebook group, and I will show those. Also, I'll show you where the registration is for the Great Escape. So let's go over to the Facebook group and we'll pull that up. Let me get rid of all these other windows. Cancel. I don't want to leave this. I don't want to leave this. Hold on. There we go. I just have to find the group here. Okay. There we go. Crafting Journey. Facebook group. My computer's being slow. All right, let me share that screen with you. Here we are. Okay, let's see what everybody's been up to this week. All right, right there. If you go into the Facebook group and you scroll down a little bit, right there under featured is the form to join the Great Escape. That starts August 1st and runs through mid-September, September 15th, I think. It does have to be a new start. It could be anything that, any place you want to escape to that has a creature in it. So. An animal, you know, vegetable, mineral. Anyway, Michelle, here's a baby blanket for a coworker's baby shower. I hope she's having a boy. Not that a girl wouldn't love those colors as well. I like those colors. Very pretty. And it's that's that soft material. Yeah, very nice. Tammy, what is Tammy working on? Well, let's see, progress after 1 week. I'm also working on this one, Sunday morning in spring, 180 by 60. Okay. There's the other one Tammy is working on, but she's no longer here, so we're just going to keep going. Vanessa, look. Petra from Deemer. I love this one. This is a really cool one. Very nice. Just me, personally, I would have blinged those eyes. I love to do funky things with the eyes. Here's Tink's painting. That's pretty. I love that. It looks like somebody colored it. Very nice. Okay. Kay Perez. That's beautiful. Flowers. And also, she finished this one. Oh, this is one of the classics, though. This is a beautiful, beautiful painting. I bet it's going to be gorgeous hung up somewhere, framed. That would probably go in my living room or my bedroom. I don't know. Annette, what is Annette working on? She finished Wishing for You. Gorgeous. That's a Mandy Manzano. I'm going to refresh after this to see who else posted. Lynn Allison. This is all posts from the prior week. This is a cross stitch. That's turning out really nice. This is a printed cross stitch. At first, when I saw these printed cross stitch, I thought, oh, look at all that blue. Why is that blue? It washes out after you finish doing the project. So not to worry. Let me refresh. Okie doke. What do we got going on here? DP Gal, another Mandy Manzano. Finished the Black Cat, and I'm finishing off I've Got You by Mandy. Let's see. Oh, let's look at the cat. Look at this. Come on. Pull up. Oh, that's cool. You can't see me. I'm hiding. That's really cute. And there's the other one. Oh, you're almost done with that one too? Or no? Yeah. Wow. That's pretty. This is, when paintings used to be this size. Remember that? When they all used to be that size? And we go, oh, that's so big. No, now it's not big. It's not. Okay, so that's it for the week, you guys. All right, so there's the registration form for The Great Escape if you guys are interested in that. We have tons and tons of sponsors, you guys. Tons. So you're not going to want to miss that event. It's something that we only do an event once a year. I don't do events like every week, but this is our once a year event. Good morning, Una. Logging in very late. Had my big brother visiting from the U.S., so just getting in to get my crafting and crime fixed now. Yeah. Well, you want a hashtag replay. I did at the beginning talk about the sentencing of Michelle Traconis, which I thought was kind of interesting. Now, Mickey put some links in there for discounts that are already being offered, where you can buy some paintings with a discount. Yes. Code Great Escape 40 and 20% off of any of the two of our paintings for the event. So there's two paintings we've chosen for the event. She's going to do one. I'm doing the other one. And if you choose one of those paintings, you can get 20% off. And then Great Escape 10 for art. And well, that's from Art and Soul. Okay. And if you want one of the other diamond paintings, I don't know. I'm confused by what you wrote here, Mickey, but that's probably just me. Anyway. Do you have to post the kit up photo now with the registration? No, you don't. No, now just register. We are not going to ask for any of that stuff. You can post your kit up photo anytime before the event starts in the Crafting Journey Facebook group. But I'm not going to hold you to that. Like, the only time I'm going to look for a kit up is if you're the winner of the grand prize at the end. Then I'm going to make sure that you have a kit up. But otherwise, just fill out the registration form, have fun. I would put a kit up picture if you plan to be in the grand prize drawing at the end. So good morning, Lynn. Okay. So that's the show for today, guys. Sorry about my little break. And again, I do apologize if I offended anyone. Was not meant that way. We were just having a little fun. Have a great week, everybody. Don't forget today and probably tomorrow I'll have one or two videos up on the David Swift case because I've got a lot to cover. So I'll continue watching that. And I hope I see you guys tonight in game night. That's at 7:30. And while you're on your way out today, leave a thumbs up. Take care, everybody. Bye.